Okay everyone, so welcome to the PSLE Grammar Series where I try to explain to you guys the topics that you might not be aware about. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. So this is from PSLE 2019. This is the first question of the Grammar MCQ. And so one of the things that students would first look at would be the options. Okay, so these options would tell the student that they're testing the student on a particular question. So in this case, if we notice, all of these words belong to a group of pronouns called possessive pronouns, right? Yeah, so if that's one thing that you should ask yourself first, like, do you know what are possessive pronouns? And basically they come from a bigger umbrella of words called pronouns, right? And pronouns is basically a part of one of the groups of words that belong to parts of speech, right? I'll be making a video soon on parts of speech, but you should at least know what are pronouns. And the most basic of pronouns would be I, you, he, she, they, we, it. So basically pronouns are words that replace names or replace regular nouns, right? So yeah, basically they are just words that are used to replace other nouns or other names. So in this case, this is a special one because possessive pronouns show us belonging, right? Ownership, right? They show belonging or ownership. And for this particular one, the answer is number 1. And I think part of the understanding is whether you know who this pronoun is referring to. Is it referring to Lena, or is it referring to Uncle Peter? Right? That's the possible testing that the question is trying to put you through. And so the next question comes in is, how would a student be able to know or evaluate which person it's testing the student on? And it's something that you might not be aware of, and that is sort of a hidden topic within the question, and it's slightly it deals slightly with vocabulary, and that is mistook for. And so this is actually a phrasal verb, right? And so there's so many different types of phrasal verbs. Basically they are verbs that come with a preposition. Okay, and yeah, so for this one, what they actually come from, because mistook is a the phrasal verb in the past tense form, so it actually, the root form is mistake for, right? Mistake for. And when we look up into a dictionary, when you try to look at how it's being used, I usually would recommend using the online Cambridge dictionary, because it is just, I think most teachers would refer to it as a reference. And so when you look up mistake for in that dictionary, they will write SB/STH, right? And maybe I'll just flash the picture of that phrase in the video. And basically this means somebody or something, right? So you mistake something for something else. So there might be another thing right here, right after mistake. So this tells me that there's actually two things, right? So that means I can mistake something for something else. I can mistake someone or somebody for somebody else. Okay, so so this is what I mean by this is like a condition, right? It's a condition that students would have to know about for them to be able to get this question right. And they may not, like, they don't have to know it consciously. If students are already reading widely, they've come across this phrase multiple times, they'd be used to it, right? So they don't really have to understand the technical parts of it, but in case students don't, this is something that you can work with your student or your child, telling them that the phrase usually has two things, and you can give them examples, get them to discuss whether or not they have been in those situations. The simplest one could be at night when you look at the window, there's something scary, and so you mistook a shadow for someone looking into your room, for example. So in this case, the thing that was mistaken for was Lena's umbrella, right? So Uncle Peter thought that Lena's umbrella was his, right? So he mistook Lena's umbrella for his, right? That kind of makes sense. And so he thought that it belonged to him. So that could even be another way of writing mistake for. Somebody thought the something belonged to them, and this them would refer to the first noun or the first person. All right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope you found this beneficial, and do let me know what you think. Hopefully, with more videos, I can improve on the content. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.